guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Stereo Rifles tuning in on the microphone. If you're new to the channel, man, smack that like button and subscribe down below. But anyways, this is going to be Call of Duty and the YouTube influence. I'm going to start off by saying I feel that the YouTube community, especially the big channels as of late, definitely have an influence on the decisions that these game developers are making. I know you say it's all done by Activision. No, that's BS. That's BS. But for an example, you know, we talk about how the microtransactions are BS and we want them out of the game. Yet we have guys like, no offense to him personally, but TKO spending $800 and his buddy, what was his name? Unseeable Ninja, I think is his name, spending another $800 or something crazy like that. So that, to me, that is influencing the microtransaction system. They see that these YouTube content creators are buying these, and not only that, they're getting, you know, hundreds of thousands of views on these videos, and they're getting that message out there to the general community that this is okay. So when you stop and think that it's all Activision's idea, it's the stockholders pushing this agenda, when really we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot when you see things like this happen. When we're constantly seeing these big content creators pushing the new DLC weapons and got the beautiful thumbnails, you know, with the weapon inspect and all that, and they're pushing out there how great they are and that you need to get your hands on them, they're god guns, and that to me further pushes that microtransaction agenda that we all seem to hate. For the most part, some of it's okay, but some of it is quite nonsensical if you ask me personally. Also, I've heard other people say that, you know, most of the COD community, most of them, I'd say, or let's say at least half of it, don't even follow social media as far as like Twitter like we do, you know, content creators and all that good stuff. They don't watch YouTube at all. If they do, it might be at random. They'll just click on the search engine. They're not, you know, subscribed to a bunch of guys and watch them religiously. So to me, this really supports my theory that the YouTube content creator community has most of the influence on how these games come out, sadly enough. Because I mean, look, they're getting invited out every year to these events, you know, to catch the first multiplayer, you know, ever and put it on their channels. So really, it's just how much of an influence it is and how this community, so to speak, pushes this game out there. It's free advertising, as you know. And this is where YouTube, Call of Duty, Activision all gets tied together. All these content creators, all that good stuff. And that is going to be, I've heard many people say we want to make Call of Duty every other year or a 2-year development cycle, like you know, instead of a game being out every single year, to have a finished product for a change. Because as you know, for the past few years, the games have never come out complete. They're buggy, they're missing combat records. I can go on and on. You've heard it before. But I do not think that would ever work. And the reason being is, again, that YouTube influence on Call of Duty and vice versa. They kind of work off of each other, you know, as far as the business goes. So if they made it a multi-year cycle like that, what would content creators do in between? I mean, I'm not saying they wouldn't have anything, you know, especially the gameplay channels like the Mark of J, Swag, you know, their content's based solely on going off, pub stomping, high scores, nukes, you know what it is. But what if the game came out every 2 years, every 3 years? I mean, for the guys like me who do storytelling or just general commentaries about current events, whatever it may be, we're not going to have anything to talk about. And there's a lot of content creators out there like myself that aren't, you know, solely a gameplay pub stomp type of channel. So I really feel like that if they went on a multi-year cycle like this, it would really kill YouTube views. YouTube's not going to like that. They're not going to get all the ad revenue. Obviously, Call of Duty's, you know, they're not going to get them yearly sales that they always crave. You know, that's kind of their bread and butter. But I mean, I know other games have survived, like Rainbow Six, right? That's been out for quite a few years, and people still post on it. But like I said, other than gameplay though, and the, you know, DLC content. I mean, I know some game like World War II has been doing a really nice job with it. So I'm not saying it's not possible how they can keep putting new weapons in the game. So obviously that gives you something to talk about, something different to use as far as playing in a match. But is it good enough? Are they going to be able to would they be able to put out content, DLC content, to keep the game progressed for an extra year? I don't know. Honestly, I think they could do it, but I don't think they actually have the resources to do this, at least not as of now. I feel like they're stretched thin enough. Plus, they can't seem to ever make up their mind as of recent. You know, Like I've said before, Black Ops 4 was supposed to be an Overwatch game and they scrapped it. They had a campaign done, they scrapped it all to do Blackout. You know, they just keep changing up last minute. So as you can see, their resources aren't what they need to be. I don't think they even do that. I don't know, man. It's just, if they hired enough people and they, you know, switched gears, so to speak, in their business, it could be done. But as of now, I think they're just too greedy for that initial every year sale. And like I said, with the YouTube influence on this game, you know, itself, I mean, how much money it must generate for them as far as just, you know, free promotion, marketing, just sales alone. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. If you think Call of Duty, was a multi-year cycle like that, like it came out every 2 years or every 3 years instead, do you think it would really kill the YouTube community? If you're a content creator, I know a bunch of guys that are sold to me, friends of mine that are content creators, definitely have their 2 cents on this. If you're watching this and you're not a content creator, what do you think? Do you think they could throw away the greedy card and actually put out a better game, and maybe they could make the microtransaction system work both for us and them? And that's what I was saying about having more DLC to promote the game for an extra year. I don't know, but that's pretty much gonna wrap it up, guys. Just a little food for thought on the channel as usual, and I'll just see you on the next one. Happy Saturday. Take it easy.